sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. In the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again.
And welcome to the Short Vol Show as we approach expiration on a Monday morning. Not a lot of economic news today as far as numbers, but as we come towards the dog days of summer, we're seeing the VIX sort of slumping here. And like I said, just getting into the trading day. We're about to hit the opening bell here. And what I've been following over the weekend really has been gold, because I have a position in gold right now. And that's the chart that you see in front of you here. With gold hitting a low on the 15th a few days ago. And we'll see if that low holds and if we get a little pop back here. Now, the reason why I got long gold was just trying to play a little bounce here. Now, if you look at the chart there, it's still kind of intact, the downward movement. So who knows if this is going to continue or not. But I have gotten a little pop, so I might actually just take the position off and just count my blessings for a little cash in the bank. As far as the VIX goes, indicated down a little bit. Usually we do see that weekend effect, but regardless of maybe it should be down a little bit more, things are down, stuff is coming in. And if we look at Contango, we're going to see that it is over 10%. Now, let's remember that we're coming into expiration here, and so we start to, as we come into expiration, which will be a couple days from now, we're going to look towards the relationship between the next two futures. The August future at this point is all but moot. Most of the ETNs are based on the SEP future right now. However, we do keep following the contango between the M1 and M2, because that is what is important to us as far as the roll up until that last day. So this 10% is important, because that is actually what we're decaying by right now. But we do look ahead to the relationship between the M2 and M3 futures, which currently is around 5%, and look for that number to increase as soon as that roll starts happening. If you think about it in sort of logical terms, as soon as all of these ETNs need to every day sell a bunch of the front future and buy the next future, when that front future becomes SEP, if you were making markets in that and you knew there were going to be a bunch of people coming in to sell it, you would take it down a bit. And the same with the OCC future. If you knew that people were buying it every day, you would take that up a bit. So stands to reason that Contango, all things kind of being equal, will increase between September and October coming up real soon. The other thing that we look at on expiration is what is the distance between what will become the front month future, the SEP future, and spot, otherwise known as the roll yield. So what's the difference between the second future and spot? And right now it's looking to be around a buck, let's say 85, something like that, somewhere around there, which is sort of in line. In sort of a higher contango situation, or like when things were really, when vol was really low last year, we might have seen the roll yield be above $2, get up to like 250 or something. But around right now, to have a roll yield of like $1.80 to start out the expiration cycle seems pretty reasonable. So things are kind of in a reasonable spot right now. There goes your morning bell. Let's look to the see what the market's doing right now. As we hit the open here, E-minis up 4, the Dow up 66, Nasdaq up 17. So just smallish little rally going on here, which is sort of to be expected. News over the weekend There is political news just talking more on the Sunday shows about the security clearance being removed for Brennan. And sort of the focus has turned a little bit from has changed a little bit from Turkey to more of like, will a deal be struck with China coming up soon? So let's see what Drudge Report says. Shock, Me Too leader paid off young actor. So let's take a look at this. Italian actress who was one of the first to publicly accuse Harvey Weinstein of sexual assault, Asia Argento, secretly paid off a young male actor, accusing her of sexual misconduct in the months after her revelations about the disgraced movie mogul. So it sounds like more fluff because nothing's going on today, basically. Let's see. Bull market poised to set record for longest ever, according to this article here. The bull market in stocks is poised this week to break the record as the longest in the history of U.S. trading. Yeah, this is interesting they have this because I was watching actually Josh Brown actually has a YouTube channel now, and they were disputing where you should start the official rally for a bull market, and they were saying that actually 2009 is not where you should start the rally, that there have been mini cycles in between. So I'm pretty sure that Josh Brown would dispute this particular article. In fact, maybe we'll send a link to him on Twitter about it right now. Josh Brown. Anyway, so as we move forward today, I'm looking at Facebook to see if it has moved down. If it's moved down, is the last one is excuse me. If Facebook's woes have sort of ended for the moment here. Here's a chart of Facebook over the last few weeks, or actually maybe it's 6 months, and you can see it has had some woes after that rally after expiration. It's kind of sold off since then and has been unable to regain its footing. But if you do look at Facebook over like 3 years, you see that the bullish chart is intact, and so I'm kind of thinking, well, where do we go from here? Meanwhile, let's look at Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth continues its bullishness here, and we'll see if that makes higher highs. It had been a while that the MJ stocks really just were underperforming, but now with this Canopy Growth story over the last week or two, they seem to have found new life, which is interesting. And those are some of the things I'm watching as we come into the market today. What are you watching? Please leave your comments below, and I'll be happy to read them and check it out. Thanks for watching today, and good luck trading as we enter the session. Should have some new interview coming up later in the week. Thanks for watching, folks.
You're my savior when I fall, and you may not think I care for you when you know down inside that I really do. Then it's me you need to show how deep is your